Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Grilly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more after word from our sponsors. Please stay with us. Dante Casipong is an aircon technician in Dubai's Al Maktoum International Airport. He was able to speak to his wife before going to work on Tuesday and even told her about the heavy rains. But neither of them knew this will be their last conversation.
Napakalaking kawalan, ma'am. Sobrang sakit. Biglang naglaho, ma'am. Dahil siya lang yung nagtatrabaho dito sa amin. Pupubad ng pangailangan namin.
Lagi nga namin pinagdadasal na sana lang, na aksidente lang, ganun. Tapos, ganun pala. Ganun pala talaga.
According to reports received by the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, or OWA, Casipong was with 2 other Filipinos when their vehicle fell into a sinkhole as heavy rains lashed throughout the United Arab Emirates. Casipong died in the hospital, while 2 others, Mark Pimentel and Lidin Cambalon, suffered major injuries.
Si Mark, inoperahan lang sa binti, okay na siya. Si Lidin Cambalon yung mayroong multiple fractures eh. So yun ang tinitingnan natin. Kahapon, ang nireport sa akin, nakaschedule na siya for operation. Hindi ko pa lang alam kung ano yung resulta.
Aside from Casipong, 2 other Filipino women died from suffocation in a shuttle bus that got trapped in floods and traffic. The victims were identified as Jenny Gamboa, a system analyst, and Marjorie Saking, an assistant teacher. They were co-workers in an education center. All 3 Filipinos were active OWA members, and OWA regional offices have visited their families to assure the release of benefits. Repatriation of their remains is also underway.
Kausap na yung kumpanya at saka rin yung UAE government, pinoproseso na lahat ng mga needed requirements. Siguro yun na lang ang challenging na lang dito kung paano mag-schedule dahil yung mga airports nga nila binaha. Bereavement and funeral service, mga 220,000 pare-pareho. Scholarship tong panganay nilang anak. Tapos yung 15,000 na kung meron silang gustong itayo na tindahan.
The OWA also distributed financial assistance to Filipinos affected by the floods. At least 20 people perished from the record flooding in UAE. Flash floods also swept neighboring Gulf state Oman, where 21 people were also killed, including students who were trapped in a bus. Filipinos in Oman are safe, but they are advised to remain on alert due to a new low-pressure area.
Nagpapasalamat din po ako una po kay God na at least kahit pinasok yung bahay namin, safe pa rin po kami at hindi rin po kami inaabutan ng baha at ulan ng malakas sa aming shop. Pinauwi din po kagad kami.
Meantime, the massive rainfall in the Gulf region also affected retrieval operations for the remains of the 3 fatalities aboard MV True Confidence, the vessel hit by a Houthi missile last March 6. The vessel has been towed near Sharjah in the UAE, but is still unable to dock due to the bad weather. 2 of the fatalities were Filipinos, and their families in the Philippines are getting impatient.
Hindi naman ito Philippine jurisdiction lang, di ba? Imagine, dadalin mo sa ibang bansa na option pa nila na tumanggi or pumayag. Katulad ngayon, hindi pumayag ang Oman. So, hanap ka na naman ng ibang lugar kung saan pwede. Nakarating sila ng Sharjah, bumagyo naman. Lahat ng nangyayari kasi, hindi naman natin kontrolado. But, hindi tayo bumibitaw.
Ignacio assured the Philippine government will not stop in bringing home the remains to their families.
In an exclusive interview on the YouTube channel of media personality Anthony Taberna, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos admitted that her relationship with Vice President Sara Duterte has soured. Shortly after the latter's father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, accused Philippine leader Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of being a drug addict during a rally in Davao City.
When she went to Davao, Duterte said, "Oh, bangag, bangag," diba? Imagine a former president calling bangag. I mean, wow, you had 6 years. Why would you call bangag, diba? So, and then the camera panned on her, tumatawa. So, syempre nakita ko, sabi ko, wow, man. I mean, masakit yan for me, nasaktan ako because my husband will do everything to protect you. You ran together, di ba? Sama-sama tayo, babangon muli. Pupunta ka sa rally, tatawagan yung presidente mong bangag, di ba, you're going to laugh? Tama ba yan? Even Lenny never did that.
Rumors of a supposed rift between the Vice President and the First Lady first surfaced in February, when people noticed how Mrs. Marcos snubbed Duterte during the first couple's departure ceremony for Vietnam.
May departure time na, di ba? So, nandito ako. Normally, nag-usap kami. So, ayoko. Tapos, sabi ni, somebody went to me, "Uy, ang ganda mo today." Hindi, mukha akong bangag. Gumana ako. No reaction. So, hindi, bangag. Bangag is I said the bangag is the word of the day.
Yes.
Talaga, no reaction. So yun, then after that, talaga, I slapped her. I do it again.
Wala bang kahit na maikling sorry man lang after that?
Bad shot na yan sa akin.
Ganun pa.
Unless she says sorry or whatever. Maybe she will, maybe she crossed the line. And then going down sa Prague, nakita ko siya ulit, di ba? Sabi ni Bong, behave. Sabi ko, wrong person, honey.
The First Lady's statements are expected to further flame tensions between the Marcoses and the Dutertes, 2 of the country's most powerful political clans. President Marcos Jr. earlier described his relations with the Duterte family as complicated, but said that his working relationship with VP Sara Duterte remains the same. On Friday, both the President and the Vice President attended the graduation of the PNPA Layag Diwa class of 2024, where they both appeared unbothered by the issues. They also refused to grant media interviews. Meanwhile, the First Lady declined to answer questions as to whether her sister-in-law, Senator Amy Marcos, should have defended her brother from Duterte's tirades.
Maybe you should ask her. I'm just the outlaw. I know what line not to cross.
Pero nasa speaking terms ba kayo?
Well, every Sunday we have a family lunch. Once nga my mother-in-law said, "Iya, hindi mo iniimbita si Amy sa mga Ma'am, ako pa. May group chat kami, lahat sila nandyan. Sabi niya, anong group chat? Ma'am, hindi ko na No, but she's always invited.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Welcome to Veronica segment of the show. Today, I have a very interesting, exciting, and very young and pretty, believe it or not, fashion designer. And her name is Miss Kirstine, right? Kirstine Regalado. Welcome to our show, Kirstine. And
thank you.
And Kirstine will be seen by many of our Chicago audience on May 11th. She'll be coming here in Chicago, and she'll be talking about the event on May 11th. Hi, Kirstine. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me, Vero. And I'm so excited to be in Chicago in few weeks from now. I can't wait to experience the beautiful Windy City.
Yes. This will be your first time to be here?
My very first time, and I'm very excited to be there.
You will love it, Kirstine. And okay, first thing, please tell our viewing audience about yourself. Kirstine is internationally renowned Filipino-American fashion designer. And believe it or not, it's international, and it's not just local. Kirstine, welcome to our show. Okay, please tell our viewing audience about yourself.
So hello, my name is Kirstine Regalado. I'm a president of Miss Worldwide International, and I'm also one of the director of our Miss Worldwide International Foundation. I'm a fashion designer. I dress women. I want to bring I bring beauty into the world. I think my goal here is to make them happy and beautiful. That's just I want to do in my life.
Okay, very good, Kirstine. Well, you have been known as a very popular and very successful fashion designer, dressing up beauties worldwide, like candidates for Miss Universe. Okay, tell us, how did you get started doing this kind of work that makes you so popular internationally?
So when I was a young girl, I liked to dress my friends in a mock pageant. I just loved to train my little friends. I trained them in interview, how to walk on the stage. It all started when going back in the Philippines, when you have no internet, nothing, you really have to invent and reinvent yourself. So that's how I gathered them. I got my inspiration from nature, and at the same time, I just wanna make people happy. Well, going into Miss Universe, I have a lot of national director friends that's connected to Miss Universe. For example, Miss Universe Iceland, Jorge, He is my best friend, my longtime friends. I know him for over 20 years. And when they already started the Miss Universe Iceland, they book me and they keep on renewing our contract, and I am the official fashion designer of Miss Universe Iceland for 7 years. Also St. Lucia, I did Armenia, of course our Philippines. I designed a viral gown for Rabia Mateo during 2014. And who else? I think I also dressed Bahamas and Australia.
Okay, Christine, um, well, as a young girl, you talk about yourself as a young girl, but when you were going to school, you enrolled in a class that's uh, really very different from fashion designing, and that is medical technology. So how did you get yourself into fashion designing from there?
Well, it's really usual when you have your Asian mom. She say, "Hey, you be a doctor, you be a lawyer," and I decided, okay, maybe I'm gonna be a doctor. So, but my interest more on my strength is more on sketching and drawing, and I really have a vivid imagination. I think that's my gift. So during our times when I was a med tech, we do have our biology class, our hematology class. So I have a very high score in sketching actually and drawing. And sometimes when I absorb all the information from our class, and I'm the kind of person who's always like the first one to finish. So I like to sketch my teacher and I like to draw her what's good for her, what kind of wardrobe. And that really inspired me a lot. And at the same time, I said, okay, I think I gotta marry a doctor. And I'm not gonna be a doctor anymore. But of course, in our life, being a fashion designer, you really want to give back. You really wanna help your community. It's really something that is in my heart. If I can't be a doctor, I want to do something else to our community. So being a fashion designer, we did a lot of fashion shows that were able to connect with the community. Like um, nonprofit organizations. We partner with nonprofit organizations. So we really we're able to raise a lot of funds for them and bring back actually to our country, especially in the Philippines.
So you did not become a doctor yourself, but you married a physician. You're now married to a doctor and you're now living in New York. Okay, so where uh, where did you start in your, actually, I know you got started in the Philippines with your dream of becoming a fashion designer. Now that you're a New York resident, um, you are more exposed to many fashion designers in that area. So is that one of your motives in living there?
Well, I'm actually based in Miami, Florida. We're here. I just traveled to New York for New York Fashion Week.
Oh, I see. You
Yes.
live in Miami, Florida. Okay, I thought you were a New Yorker, New Yorker. But Miami is very very popular and a well-known destination for high fashion.
Yes.
You enjoy it there?
Oh, I love here because in Miami, we're a mix of cultures. A mile from here, you'll see from different countries. We're like a melting pot here. So every corners, you'll see inspiration here. And of course, nature. I love nature.
Okay, very good. Tell us, how big is your business of fashion designing?
We're doing actually really positive. I when I first came here in America, we have a mentor. Her name is Rose Martinez. She's in the pageant world. She's a former Miss America, locally here in Miami, and of course with the pageant, you'll be needing evening gowns, interview, costume, wardrobe, um, all this kind of competition. And I don't know anyone here when I arrived here, and she helped me. And I actually asked her and I said, Miss Rose, why you're helping me? You don't know me. And she said that I like you because you're a Filipino. And the Filipinos helped us during the war. They're one of the first countries that responded and helped America. I think that is the first start that she helped me nonstop. Whenever there's event, she refer me, she trained me. So my background is more on, I started from backstage, like letting the candidates walk, what's happening behind the scene. And I also dressed them in national costume, evening gown. And that is the start where I dress hundreds of beauty queens that won the title. So she also trained me how to do interviews, and I am able to strategize what is best for a candidate to win a crown. And it's also important. I think it's also about leadership. When you're a great leader, what is your platform? That will help enhance your winning towards the crown. And of course, how you present yourself, how you answer question, I think that is very important for me. So I have this very intensive training from my mentor.
All right, terrific. And have you had modeling experience yourself, Christine?
So yes, Vero. So when I was back in the Philippines, I was actually already married when somebody, um, it's from Sari Sari store. There is how would I say this? Durante Paris. So she supply shoes from Sari Sari store. So my first modeling experience is to walk on the runway with her collections, and it was in the shoe, because she told me that the camera, they always focus on the shoe first and then the gown. And she said, you have to start from the shoes, and I love your pair of feet, I love that. So I was like qualified, and I think that's the start of my modeling career as well. It was fun, a very good experience.
Terrific. How about your formal education in fashion designing? Are you a graduate of a school in the Philippines for that?
So my formal education is about science. So I graduated Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and actually my training is more intensive because I work firsthand with fashion designers. So one of my mentor is the third generation Gucci. He mentored me. His name is Oberto. He gave me all the tips. He gave me how to survive in the business. And at the same time, I already have this gift in sketching. So Oberto, the first thing that Oberto told me is, first thing is never compare yourself to others, because he said your design, the way you look at the design, he said I like it. And he said just don't follow the trend. That's what he told me. And he always, like, whenever I need something, when I need some consultation, he's always there available. So I have a direct line with them. And actually, during the birthday of her unica hija, Drusilla, 21 years old in Italian culture, is like our quinceañera in the Philippines, or the 80th birthday, or quinceañera, the quince here in our Miami culture. He asked me if I can design two gowns for her unica hija, Drusilla. And he's very happy. Actually, one of the gown, he donated it back, and he said you can auction it in your charity. But he's very happy. He said the way I create the dress is very clean.
All right, terrific. Okay, Kirsten, let's talk about the upcoming event here in Chicago. And you have a list of really exciting personalities that are coming with you. Can you please tell us about this?
So our master of ceremony is U.S. Navy Commander, former Department of Defense from Pentagon, U.S. Commander Jessica McNulty, she's flying from Washington, D.C. So Commander McNulty, she's been modeling with me. So we really have a very positive relationship. And she's also a cancer survivor. And that's one reason that when we requested her to please come support us in Chicago, she said, yes, I'll be there. I'll go wherever you go. So this is a very a strong event. So and our another MC is Donita Rose. She is an actress, former VJ and MTV, and also a celebrity chef. So she's a Filipino American actress, and we're very happy she's flying from California. And also we have Asia's top model, Maureen Rubble-Witch. She's been in the movies many times. And I also met her director, Mr. Kuya Dani Aguilar. So they will definitely come and support, and she will be walking on our show as well. And of course, our Miss Alaska. We have Alaska, our queen Teen Alaska, Lindsay May Adams. She will be there. We have from Virginia, Pennsylvania, and of course our team from Florida, our princesses are also coming. And we have a Nickelodeon actress. She's also, I think her movie is coming up from Disney, Pixar. Her name is Lilimar Hernandez. And Lilimar, she's been my princess since she was 9 years old. And she really became famous. And she's an international actress as well. So she's going to your town, to your city.
Wow. Really, this really sounds very exciting for the people of Chicago. And well, I know that it has been a talk of the town. And so can you please state further some more information, like how many people are coming, etc., and where it's going to be held?
So a Walk for a Cause is a fundraising event. It's our inaugural, it's an inaugural launching of Miss Worldwide International Foundation Incorporated. It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization, non-political, all volunteer organization. The president is Mr. Michael John Regalado, and our board of directors will be there as well. So the mission is to support underprivileged children with cancer patients, and also children with special needs. So our goal is to provide educational scholarship assistance, and of course to support the indigent students and to train our future leaders. There's gonna be different team that's coming from Florida, Washington, all over the country. I think this is going to be big, including Ohio and New England. So, of course, Alaska. And actually, the majority of our guests are coming from Chicago. So we are here to make a very good announcement that we are also, since Miss Worldwide International Foundation is partner with Miss Worldwide International, we are also opening our doors to Chicago, that we are accepting princesses if they want to apply for Miss Worldwide International Princess Teen Miss, in order to represent their city, and of course from different the state as well. Also, since we have many reasons to celebrate this month of May, it's going to be Mother's Day. It's also to celebrate our nurses. It's going to be Nurses Week as well. You know, we owe so much to our healthcare professionals. So we welcome doctors, nurses, patients, and also cancer survivors to walk on our runway. It's also, I have to remember, Asian American Heritage Month. We're going to celebrate that as well. So there will be organizations that will be coming to our event. So this is the perfect time to come, enjoy, celebrate, be a model. We're opening our doors to those who would like to be a model. If this is one of your bucket list, that you haven't been a model, you haven't walked in a fashion show, this is the perfect time to come and support a great cause.
Great, terrific. Wow, it sounds exciting. But okay, one last question. Why did you choose Chicago for this fundraising event this time?
This is, for me, Chicago is very special. There's a lot of cultures. I want to experience your culture. I want to get more inspiration from Chicago. And of course, aside from me, it's gonna be my first time. I can feel the warmth and also the hospitality of the people there. Where in fact the mayor of Schaumburg already sent us a welcome letter. So this is like, all right, and of course you're based in Chicago, Vero. I want to see you in person. And
Great.
of course the people, you're all welcome. I love to be connected with Chicago.
All right, Christine, we also would love to get connected with you. Okay, will you be selling some of your clothes after the show?
Yes, so we're gonna have a rack sale. So the rack sale is gonna be, we're putting the price down, which is gonna be super affordable. I also have my custom made shirt. If you wanna have a remembrance after the fashion show, it's gonna be open, and the proceed will go to our Miss Worldwide International Foundation to help support our good cause.
All right, Christine. Oh, I love your T-shirt. I'd like to have one.
Yes, I'm gonna give you free. It's gonna be my complimentary for you.
Thank you. All right. It was really great interviewing you. I know we just have a short time. So I look forward to more interviews with you. And welcome to Chicago on May 11. And good luck, good health, and congratulations to you. And hope to see you in person on that day. Thank you very much for gracing our show today. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat, Christine. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, Christine.
Bye.
May 11. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of this show today. I have a very very young girl, and she's an entrepreneur who is starting a very exciting business in Chicago. And believe it or not, it is a Filipino bake shop. Oh, I love baked goods. And this lady is opening up her shop pretty soon. This month, and it is very close to our favorite Seafood City. All right, so we just jump from Seafood City, jump to Kisel's bake shop. Well, Kisel will be talking about the bake shop um, today, and she will be introducing herself first. Kisel, please introduce yourself to our viewing audience.
Hello, guys. My name's Giselle. We'll be opening up Umaga Bakehouse. Hopefully, grand opening will be April 20th. So we definitely want to bring the traditional Filipino bread, ulam, to go desserts to Chicago. So, and you know, if you're looking for hot pandesal, we're gonna have it.
Okay, this is supposedly a modern. In your right of it's a modern bake shop. What makes it?
Yes. We definitely, when we decided of how to decorate the interior spacing, we definitely worked around the word umaga. So umaga meaning morning. We wanted something refreshing, something light, something warm, very welcoming when you're coming in. So when you come in, hopefully you're smelling the fresh hot bread, and you get to experience a space of just being in, hopefully seeing all your favorites from the Philippines.
Really? Okay, did you hire a Filipino decorating, interior decorator?
She's not Filipino, but she definitely, what I wanted as a design, she definitely made it happen.
Okay, tell us your background on what made you start this business.
I've always
Big shop, Umaga Big Shop. Umaga is morning, and wow, I really like to eat my pandesal in the morning.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
When I was little, my parents had a small bakery in California, in Lancaster, California. So I pretty much grew up in a bakery. That was my playground when, they couldn't find a babysitter. So seeing them work and, being in that world of bread and cooking, that gave me the motivation to just keep it going. And I've, in my past, I've worked in bakeries too, and that's where I met my husband as well in California. And so now he's with me here and he's going to be the baker.
So, why are you starting a business here in Chicago with your husband if you're from California?
So we moved here because of our job, our previous job a while ago, but we got married here and we had a baby here. So when we had our kid, she's 4 years old now. So we ended up wanting to stay in Chicago. We love the city. We still go back to California just to visit family, but, raising our family, we wanted to stay in Chicago.
You must really love the Chicago snow.
It's still pretty to me, but I don't like driving in it.
All right, very good. Okay. Describe your space. Where you are right now. What
Yes.
is?
So I'm in the bakery right now. So there's going to be a lot of bread that we will be making and producing. So there's be a lot of shelving, and then we will also have seating here. So, if you want to enjoy your bread here or your hot pandesal, we'll have seating for you to hang out, and enjoy the pastries and the bread. And then we'll also have halo halo, all year round.
Oh, is that going to be a special halo halo?
I hope so. It's gonna have our our uba halaya recipe in it. So hopefully, it'll make a big difference.
I love halo halo too. Oh, okay. How many guest tables do you have?
So we have one big communal table. We'll have at least 10 seatings here, the max.
How many seating?
Just 10.
Just 10?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. And so everything will just be made to order, hopefully, right?
Yes. Yes.
Made to order. So, okay.
And a lot of packaged items. So if you don't want to eat it hot right now, we'll have bread wrapped already for you to just take and, grab and go.
Okay. How can you please describe the items in your menu?
So we'll have the pandesal. There's gonna be pandi ube, pandi coco, all the traditional, Filipino bread in the Philippines. We want to keep it as traditional as possible. We don't want to, maybe down the road we'll make a little fusions of, of our own. But in the beginning, we want them to get the traditional bread from us and, feel at home and, get that feeling of like, let's say if you wanted the hot pandesal, and that's pretty, yeah. And then also the ulam, the desserts that we'll have, the kakanin, And, during the holiday, we'll have the Pinoy style ham as our specialty.
Okay. You also have ulam with your baked goods?
To go. So it'll already be packaged for you to just take and go.
Oh, yeah. It's a complete menu.
Yes. And I'm sure you're familiar with the pancit malabon, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we'll have the pancit malabon as one of our specialties here.
A special what?
As one of our specialties, the pancit malabon.
Pancit malabon?
Yes.
Like to try that.
Yes, my dad has his own secret recipe, I guess, from Navota. So we're gonna bring it here, and he's letting us use it.
All right. Will your dad be present your grand opening celebration?
Yes, he will. Yes, they will be here. The family will be here to support.
Introduce me to him.
Yes.
Okay, but let's talk about your grand opening celebration. When
So
is
it'll
it
be
going to happen?
April 20th. We'll have the grand opening.
20. Okay. And what is going to happen in your grand opening? People will have order or what?
So we'll open the doors around probably 10 a.m., but we'll be announcing it in the next week or two of our grand opening. And we'll have giveaways, we'll have prizes, and just to celebrate the opening of Umaga Bakehouse. And we'll have for everyone to try. We'll have hot pandesal for people to try, Spanish rolls similar to our Spanish bread that we're making, just so everyone can try it.
What makes your goods different from the others? Like, for example, the pandesal.
I
other
think the route we're going with our recipes is going the simple route. We don't want to overdo it. Everyone makes everything different. But when it comes down to the roots, because my husband, he was born in Ilocos Norte. So when he was a little babe, or when he was a little kid, his dad had a bakery at their house that they would bake, and then Robert would go outside on his bike and then sell it for him. So I think with family tradition and the simplicity of our bread, I hope, it brings out a lot of flavor. And, again, we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to change it. And we hope everyone, sees that with the taste.
Okay. All right. Did you or your husband or both attend a culinary school here in the States?
No. We just I guess our experience in work was just working in bakeries. So we learned a lot. We grew up a lot. And, that's how we learned.
All right. And both you and your husband love to bake, right?
Yes. My husband's the main baker. And then, he even taught me how to bake, taught me how to, make desserts as well. So, it gave me to be more hands-on instead of just be in the front.
Great. I salute you for your entrepreneurial spirit. And also starting at a place like close to Seafood City. That's a really good place because many people shop at the Seafood City, and so they can just jump and hop going to your place.
Yes.
Okay, Giselle, one last word for our viewing audience, for young people who want to establish their own business here in America.
I just say, just take that risk with whatever your gut feels, whatever makes you happy, just do it. At the end of the day, it's your decision at the end of the day, and whatever makes you happy, you should go for it.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Hopefully we can make it to, when is it on your grand opening?
April 20th.
April 20th to taste your goodies and we'll be there. What is the address again? The Umaga Bake Shop?
It's 4703 West Foster Avenue.
Foster. Okay. How many blocks away from Seafood City?
We're right across from them, so we'll be in the Target complex. We're next to Chipotle.
Oh.
So if you're coming from the highway, you're gonna pass us, so you'll see us.
Wow, good location. How about the parking?
Oh, there's plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. Great. Terrific. All right, mga kababayan. Ang pagbubukas po ng Umaga Bake Shop ni Quezal and Richard is your husband. Oh, Robert. Robert, what's your last name?
Pagaragan.
Pagaragan?
Yes.
Pagaragan. Okay, Filipino Taligano. Okay, so let's all see them on April 20th.
Yes, hope to see all of you there.
Okay, thank you. Giselle, thank you very much for gracing our show today.
Thank you for having me.
I wish you good luck and
thank you.
And congratulations on your undertaking. All right.
Yes, nice meeting you. Take care.
Thank you. See you. Okay. Bye now.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in school.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our community has been to just stay silent and like keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be like someone to start that conversation.
Yeah. You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon. This is Bridget Carino-Quetter bringing you this week's local news from our community. The judge in Donald Trump's criminal trial over alleged hush money payments dismissed dozens of potential jurors on Monday who said they could not impartially decide whether the former U.S. president is guilty or innocent of criminal charges. On the first day of the historic criminal trial, the first involved former President Justice Juan Merchan told nearly 100 prospective jurors they must set aside any biases or personal attitudes about the defendant or the case, including political orientation. At least 50 were dismissed after saying they could not be impartial in judging Trump, the 2024 Republican candidate for president. Others were excused who said they could not serve for other reasons. I just couldn't do it, one prospective juror was heard to say outside the courtroom. The Illinois Arts Council congratulates Illinois Poetry Out Loud champion Johanna Endeshaw of Niles West High School, Skokie, and runner-up Kate Roth of Central High School in Champaign. In Illinois this year, 44 high schools, 205 teachers, and over 7,000 students participated in Poetry Out Loud, a national recitation contest. On March 11th, 16 students representing Illinois' 8 regions competed for the state championship in front of a panel of recitation and accuracy judges at Hoogland Center for the Arts in Springfield. Poetry Out Loud is a national arts education program that encourages the study of great poetry by offering free educational materials and a dynamic recitation competition for high school students across the country. This program helps students master public speaking skills, build self-confidence, and learn about literary history and contemporary life. Poetry Out Loud is a partnership between the National Endowment for the Arts, NEA, the Poetry Foundation, and the state and jurisdictional arts agencies. Secretary Giannoulias will open the first Secretary of State's facility located between Chicago's Loop and the far south side, which will serve several growing communities, including Chinatown, Pilsen, Bronzeville, Bridgeport, and the South Loop. The new DMV, which offers no appointment walk-in services, is the first Chicago-based one-stop shop DMV facility. The reimagined DMV experience features a more customer-focused, professional, and efficient process. This is the most recent initiative in the office's ongoing modernization efforts, which has included the Skip the Line and Do It Online programs. As a result of employees cross-training between driver services and vehicle services, customers can obtain the services at a single counter. The Illinois Environmental Protection Agency today honored a group of creative 5th and 6th grade students selected for their artistic and writing skills used to express environmental awareness as part of the agency's annual Poster Poetry and Prose contest. The students selected from throughout Illinois were recognized at a ceremony at the Illinois State Library in Springfield. Each year, 5th and 6th grade students in Illinois take part in the Poster, Poetry, and Prose contest as one of the agency's environmental education initiatives. As part of the contest, participating schools study environmental concepts with an emphasis on the current year's environmental theme. Many teachers round out the classroom instruction by having the students create posters or poetry prose works to illustrate what they have learned and submit these to the Illinois EPA. Participating schools can select 4 works in each category to submit for competitive judging. This year's theme, Where Does Water Go? How Can We Slow the Flow? Focuses on understanding how rain moves through the landscape, the effects of droughts and floods, and how we can adapt to help protect our water resources. The Biden-Harris administration announced the approval of $7.4 billion in additional student loan debt relief for 277,000 borrowers. These discharges primarily are for borrowers who signed up for President Biden's Savings on Valuable Education SAVE plan and are eligible for its shortened time to forgiveness benefit as a result of fixes made by the administration to income-driven repayment IDR forgiveness. This action comes as nearly 8 million borrowers have been helped by the SAVE plan. That includes 4.5 million with $0 monthly payment. Today's announcement brings the total loan forgiveness approved by the Biden-Harris administration to $153 billion for nearly 4.3 million Americans. Thanks to this administration's efforts, and around 1 out of every 10 federal student loan borrowers has now been approved for some additional debt relief. This action builds on President Biden and his administration's efforts to provide debt relief to as many borrowers as possible and as quickly as possible. The Illinois Department of Public Health announced it has awarded $2 million to 3 different organizations to provide training that will increase access to safe, high-quality abortions across the state. The Abortion Provider Capacity Building Grant Program awarded grants to the Midwest Access Project, Planned Parenthood of Illinois, and the Illinois University of Illinois Chicago College of Nursing. The first of its kind in Illinois, state-funded training effort follows the U.S. Supreme Court's 2022 decision in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization that eliminated the constitutional right to abortion in the United States and allowed states to restrict access to abortion. While Illinois guarantees the right to an abortion under state law, many surrounding states have imposed restrictions on access to abortion. Although the number of abortions provided for Illinois women declined slightly in 2022, the number provided in Illinois for out-of-state residents increased 49%, according to IDPH data. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.
It's more fun in the Philippines.